Previously on Old Iron Adventures. Aumann Auctions returned with a surprise waiting for them at their front door. Then Alex and his crew made their way to catalog the Nolan Brown collection. And finally, we got one final look at Harry's collection before it was bid away. Aumann Auctions has been in business for over 60 years and has been the leading force around the world in vintage power. And we're going to show you why. Through adventures around the world, you'll see vintage tractors, trucks, cars, memorabilia, and so much more. Aumann Auctions isn't just an auction company, but a group of men and women with a passion for the stories behind these items. Welcome to Old Iron Adventures. With the crew working hard as always, we head to Georgia, where Brian Holst and the team work together to make sure this pickup goes without any trouble.
We got a good crew here today. Shannon, of course, is cashiering. We got Russell Foltz out of Tennessee down here today. We got DJ, one of our new guys to the office. Things are going quite well. Love to have a team that works well together, makes loadouts go so much easier and quicker.
Well, it's kind of a long story, but in 1941, my dad was a senior and my mom was a sophomore in high school. My dad bought a Model A. And so we have a picture of them in that Model A, and I finally found this online that was reasonably priced, and my 5 brothers and sisters all want to get a picture taken, it just like Mom and Dad did. Yeah, I bought this just for taking pictures with my family, because I'm not a collector, but I've been looking for a Model A for years, and I ended up being the winning bid on this, and then I was surprised how good a shape it is. You know, sometimes you look on the websites and you don't get a true value of what you're buying. On this one, I gave up, and my wife said, do it one more bid, and I ended up winning.
Well, we're here in northern Georgia picking up a couple cool old fire trucks. I'm a fire chief back in Heron, Montana, and these trucks fit right in. Plus, we are starting a museum back there and have a collection of around 500 automobiles, and that's where these are going, all the way to Heron, Montana. These two are unique. This being the 31 Chevy here, being a fire chief truck, it runs good. It caught our eye, and then the 1947 Ford behind me, it caught my eye. We're both firefighters, and it's just a neat truck, really neat truck.
So I'm from New Jersey. Not born there, but unfortunately don't hold it against me. This is a 1927 Ford Model TT. Has some issues, obviously. I'm a collector. I restore, collect tractors, antique vehicles, trucks, name it. Steam engines. I have 3 steam traction engines between my brother and I, and we're in love with the past.
I bid on this Mac here, and I'm excited I got it, and I will get it going and fixed up so I can take the kids, especially the grandkids, in the Christmas parades. And I like old stuff, and this is a 1951, and so I think I'm going to be real happy with it. It originally come from Illinois, according to the paperwork, and it has a couple papers that's saying it's been all over the states, so I guess they had it in shows or whatnot for it to travel that much, from all the way out west, all the way up to Illinois. all over. So it's been around, but it's in good shape to be that old. I mean, it's a little bit older than me, you know, and I'm pretty young, but.
Still in North Carolina at the Nolan Brown collection, Alex and the crew continue to work hard with cataloging each item, making sure it gets the best exposure possible before the sale.
So we've been working on a bunch of things today, trying to get things running. We made it over to the Waterloo Boy, and I know it hadn't run in a couple years or so, but we were able to get it fired up. Just took a little prime, got some things loosened up. The impulse wasn't quite working right, but got into it and got it freed up. Now it's snapping over really nice, and a little bit of prime, turn it over, and it pops right off. So we got to drive it around a little bit, so that was exciting to have.
The Waterloo Boy, I was really pleased to be able to buy, and we'd seen those a lot of places, and so we bought it from Auburn's deal, and then I thought, well, we'll be the only one in this county with a Waterloo Boy. Charles Deal has a show each April over at his place. And we take that Waterloo Boy over the first year, and there's another one.
Outside of the 1919 Waterloo Boy and his incredible collection of Thunderbirds, Nolan Brown hosts a wide variety of amazing tractors and automobiles, such as this 1911 Rio Model H truck, an amazing Ford Model T Speedster, and this beautiful restoration of a 1926 Ford Model T Huckster.
We are pretty much finished with this trip. We've got everything cataloged. We had 4 different buildings, tons and tons of stuff. Got stuff running, pulled stuff out, drove cars. It's been a huge trip. We've had a big crew here between Shannon, Pagan, Paul, DJ, Charles, who works for the company, and Mr. Brown. We've had a great trip. Honestly, it's been fantastic. So, Mr. Brown kind of had things kind of set up before we were here and kind of ready to go. So we've kind of had our run of the place and had everything that we've ever needed. So it went really, really smooth. It's kind of one of those that you really enjoy coming to and working on.
I don't know how many dollars we bought through Auburn, but a bunch. And I found every one of the representations of pictures and the narrative or the written to be accurate. And I want to sell these, but I want somebody to know what they're buying. If they bid on it, y'all made the pictures, they can see if there's a rusty valve stem or I don't know, whatever shows up. Because, and on top of that, you got a wider market than the local guys have here. I got friends who are auctioneers, and they sell tractors for somebody in the state, but they're on auction zip, but they can't touch what you guys can.
So working with Mr. Brown actually has been super, super nice. We've had a lot of fun. He's a really smart individual, and has traveled all over collecting. So it was kind of neat talking to him about that and why he collected the way the things that he did. Because his collection is so vast. It runs from anywhere from John Deere's, Case, Ford, cars, trucks, you name it. So it was a little bit of everything. Some of the highlights on the auction, of course, the Waterloo Boy, it sold really well. It had actually ended up coming back to Illinois and will reside probably just about an hour and 30 minutes south of us, so that was neat. The Thunderbird sold great. You know, we had a lot of action between those. All the trucks and everything. We had the Rio that brought good money. I know it brought more than what it did when he bought it, so that's always a good thing. But yeah, working with Mr. Brown has been really good. It's been, you know, easy going. He's been super fun to deal with, and his guys as well. You know, between their help and everything, everything went so smooth with the pickup. So really great.
Hey, we're back here in Juanita, Nebraska for day 2 of the cataloging trip for the William Grounds estate. This morning we're going to go through and do some parts, and then while the sun kind of gets directly over us, we'll probably end up doing some tractors around lunchtime. Then move on to implements and finish up parts at the end of the day. I think what's special about this Alice Chalmers collection is some of the rarer tractors that he has. He's got about 40 tractors overall, but he's got a really nice D15 diesel, a Sharp D21, the 6080. He's got some really beautiful machines.
All this stuff, when he restored it, it all got restored back original. I mean, that was his way of doing things. It had to be the right color of orange, and you know, everything's original with this. And you know, he'd collected this stuff his whole life. And even with the, you know, the toy auctions, there was, I think we sent back 2,500 toys, and well, there was toys, belt buckles, literature, and even now with this antique equipment, I think there's like 400 pallets of parts. That was kind of his thing when he went around to different swap meets and Alice Chalmers shows, that he liked to pick up stuff that he'd find that was hard to get a hold of. And you know, he liked having those parts that were hard to come by. And then when he restored tractors, he had the parts to put it all back together original. So he had a really good eye when he ran around to different shows of picking up them sort of things and having it here. So now it's obviously a lot of this stuff's all going to be for sale now at the auction. So there's a couple pieces of equipment. The Alice Chalmers 2035, that's all original. That one I'll be excited to see what it brings, because just because of the age of that tractor. He's got the 220s and the 210s. The D21 will be another one that's like loaded up, 3-point PTO, one that he restored that's 100%, you know, OEM. So it'll be interesting just to see, you know, what them bring at the auction.
Working with the family has been a huge help. They had so much done before we showed up. There's hundreds of pallets here. They've got parts organized, labeled, ready to go. JR has been great. They've been getting everything washed up. Really, it'd be a long project without them. They've got tractors organized, implements organized, staggered, set up for photos. They've done an awesome job in helping trying to get this auction move smoothly and quickly. It's been a huge help, and I can't thank them enough.
Since I've got a hold of Aumann, Kurt's done a really good job staying in contact with you know, the things we're doing here, whether it's the toy auction, all this equipment, just because there's such a large amount of equipment, and even the stuff that the toys that they've listed online, they've done a really good job describing everything, and you know, the way they've done the lots and laying everything out, it looks, you know, they've really done a tremendous job making things look nice. Yeah, so it's been a long cleanup since we started. You know, after he passed away, we slowly started getting stuff organized, and so far we've spent, you know, 6 months cleaning stuff up and getting it all cleaned up. But, you know, at the end of the day, we're hoping that, you know, a lot of this we hate to see go away, but yet, you know, we'd kind of like it to go to people that are going to do tractor drives and parades, and a lot of this stuff where he had a lot of them, you know, they haven't been out and about in parades and stuff. And it'll be nice to see, you know, hopefully people that buy them get them out, and where some of these are really hard to come by, it'll be nice to see them, you know, in parades.
As we're getting wrapped up here at the Grounds Estate, I can't thank the family enough for all the help that they've done. The whole process has went really smoothly, and we've been able to just get right through it. It's been probably the most organized cataloging trip I've been on. It's been a huge help, and we've really been able to make some good days out of it. But as we get wrapped up here, we're just gonna get a few more parts done, and we'll see you next time.
Collection down here. Automobiles, many different facets and varieties, fire trucks, Model Ts, Model As, Chevrolet, Dodge, Ford. He was kind of blind to all brands and all colors, even to the little Bantam cars, one of which we refer to as the clown car, little red and white car. Kind of a neat little car, rolls like a dream. Small little four-cylinder Crossley engine in it. Haven't heard it run yet, but there's always hope for tomorrow.
As items continue to be strapped up and sent home, Brian and DJ pull out a pristine item with a rich history. You're looking at a genuine piece of early American industry, an original mobile gas and oil horse-drawn delivery wagon. Built in the early 1900s, these bright red tank wagons delivered kerosene, gasoline, and lubricating oils to rural filling stations and farms long before motorized trucks became common. Constructed with riveted steel tanks and rugged wooden wheels, they were rolling billboards for brands like Mobil Gas, proudly displaying the iconic Pegasus logo. This particular wagon, marked Hickory Corners Filling Station, recalls an era when fuel distribution was powered by draft horses and determination, going for a total of $18,975.
My dad started collecting cars probably around 2005-ish. He started with earlier models, Model Ts, moved into collecting Bantams after that, and then from there he kind of moved to tractors and then back to fire trucks, collecting just a variety from 1910s all the way up to the 70s. And then throughout the years, he would collect just kind of one-off cars, which is where all the trucks and sedans came in. Really, if he liked something, he would just kind of grab it. Some of the cars he bought with some sentimental value, cars that either his family used or he knew somebody who had that car. And so when he saw a good one available, he would pick it up. I think my dad's collection was special, just the sheer variety and the quality of the items that he collected over the years. He never really just stuck to one thing. He would kind of go in different phases and get a wide variety of different vehicles, and always kind of looking for what the best ones were. Yeah, so working with Aumann Auctions has been good. I mean, they brought in a crew. We had vehicles in multiple locations that had to get all moved into a central location where we are now. And so just getting everything coordinated and moved together and cataloged in a timely manner, and just being able to have the sale go off without a hitch. Yeah, so the sale, I think, met everybody's expectations. It was good. It was definitely interesting to watch. I mean, it lasted probably till 11 p.m. our time. So just kind of watching everything constantly tick up in price. I mean, the Jeep Willys that we watched go, I mean, I don't think anybody was expecting that to be one of the highest priced cars, as well as like the Land Cruiser and some of the tractors that just kind of, people kept bidding on them and nobody wanted to stop.
All is good. It's not snowing, it's not raining, there's no tornadoes like there is back home. So bring me south anytime you can in February and March. I'm always looking forward to it.
Next time on Old Iron Adventures. Chris Hudson returns to help dig out an array of tractors that have been hidden away for several years.